Hi guys, welcome to the Fight Tonight channel. Kambosos Jr is embracing fight claims as rival manager looks to snub Australia. Kambosos Jr has hit out at criticism suggesting he is creating the narrative that a potential bout with WBC lightweight title holder Devin Haney can only go ahead if it takes place in Australia. Haney's father and business manager Bill Haney made it known publicly that he now wants a title fight to take place in the United States. Kambosos is now the WBO, WBA and IBF lightweight champion, following his stunning defeat of Teofimo Lopez last year. He has been in talks to fight Haney, with the Australian looking to become the undisputed champion of their division. And while Kambosos has said on several occasions that he wants his next bout to take place on home soil, Haney's manager claims it's an unrealistic option. The pandemic forced Australia to be on 50% lockdown. I can only say that one of the reasons why the fight isn't getting as much support for the fight being there is they initially thought, Bill Haney told Boxing Sense. We have football stadiums that are sold out here in the United States. I think in the United States we've gotten control of that evil disease COVID. You see stadiums sold out, it's pretty much plugged and played at this point in time. If you put Devin's name with Kambosos, it's a big event. Let's stop creating the narrative that it only can happen in Australia. Let's open it up and let's open up talks that it can happen anywhere in the world. It's whoever brings the most money, don't you think so? Australia's other boxing darling, Team Zoo, has been selling out arenas in Australia, and the Kambosos bout would undoubtedly also have punters flocking for tickets down under. Following those comments from the Haney camp, Kambosos took to social media to label it embarrassing. I fought in England, Greece, Malaysia, New Zealand, and 4 times in America to become world champion, Kambosos tweeted. I earned my stripes while some of these boys with bigger egos than accolades can't even go to another American state to fight, let alone 8,000 meals. Down under. How embarrassing, Kambosos says. Friends, before starting to watch this video, I would like to ask you to subscribe to my channel. If you really enjoy the content, then please subscribe to my channel and keep watching the videos. If you are subscribed, then you receive notifications about the release of new videos. You do not even have to look for anything personally. I really want to get 100 subscribers on my channel. I am trying very hard, absolutely every day, and I need your support. Your likes, comments, reposts to social networks. Thanks to everyone who subscribes to my channel. You are my support. Thank you so much. Team Haney on Kambosos fight. Let's stop the narrative, it only can happen in Australia. The father and business manager of WBC lightweight title holder Devin Haney thinks Kambosos Jr. insistence of making his inaugural lightweight defense in his homeland of Australia is something of a false premise. The younger, Las Vegas-based Haney has been in talks to face Kambosos ever since the Aussies produced one of the most startling upsets of last year. A unanimous decision over then titleist Teofimo Lopez to win the WBO, WBA and IBF lightweight belts in the Kulu Theater and Madison Square Garden in New York City. Kambosos has been adamant that his first title defense will take place in Australia, at a stadium in either Sydney or in Melbourne. Haney, who owns the WBC lightweight belt, has repeatedly claimed he has no issues satisfying Kambosos on that front, and at one point said he would travel to Jupiter to fight Asher. Kambosos expects nothing short of a record turnout. The elder Haney disagrees. Asked to clarify what Bill Haney meant by support, He said he was referring to the Australian government, although it's not clear if he was talking about monetary assistance per se. Bill Haney said it would behoove Kambosos to consider widening the pool of possibilities instead of limiting himself to a homecoming accusation. Bill Haney's comments come amid a report by Sports Illustrated's Chris Mannix that negotiations between Haney and Kambosos have stalled because officials involved have struggled to come up with a financial package that will satisfy Haney. According to Mannix, Kambosos handles Peter Khan and Ludibella, are entertaining serious offers to face Vasily Lomachenko of Top Rank or Ryan Garcia of Golden Boy Promotions. What I'm saying is, let's stop the hold-up. The elder Haney said, let's stop creating the narrative that it only can happen in Australia. Mushrooms said Hearn seemed to agree. Yeah, I think it depends on the money. Hearn told Boxing Stance when asked to respond to Bill Haney's comments. Kambosos' dream is to fight in Australia, but if there are COVID restrictions or the money is not there right now, I'm sure we will look at other options as well. I understand him wanting to create a historic fight in Australia. Bill Haney, moreover, is not convinced that there is enough evidence that Kambosos Haney will draw the kind of attention on that Kambosos has claimed that it will. We need an example of what has worked in Australia post-pandemic, Bill Haney continued. We have an example of Jeff Horn and Manny Pacquiao welterweight title bout in 2017 that took place before 50,000 spectators in a stadium in Brisbane. But that's the only fight we can draw any inference from, right? Now we're talking about this fight. We just want to make it happen, bro. Haney noted that he was impressed with the media turnout at the press conference for Taylor Serrano, the women's undisputed lightweight championship. Why not? Haney proffered stage the men's undisputed lightweight champion at Madison Square Garden at some point as well. When Devin said "you Peter," he said "you Peter" because he didn't want to stand in the way, Bill Haney said. We came here to the New York City and we are looking at this and looking at the press that's showing up, and I think that the men's lightweight division will get even more support here. It will be a huge fight anywhere, but the question is, are you dead set on putting on obstacles for the fight by insisting on fighting in Australia? The main message I would have for the Kambosos team is, don't put any obstacles and let's make this happen, Haney said. Promoter Eddie Hearn Mushroom Boxing still stands his ground. The absolute lightweight champion, Australian George Kambosos Jr., needs a fight against American Devin Haney, since de facto he is the owner of the WBC belt in this weight. Kambosos has a franchise title. Hearn is trying to use this argument to get Haney ahead of this ex-hegemon of the Ukrainian division, Vasily Lomachenko. He is rumored to be the favorite to fight with Kambosos. Listen, Lomachenko is an awesome fighter, but a fight with him for a Kambosos is just a mandatory defense. And at the same moment, there is a real question: is Kambosos the real absolute world champion? And the answer to this question is obvious: of course not. Therefore, the fight with Devin for George should be in the first place. Here is 100%. And Devin, I think, is only interested in this fight right now. Hearn even came up with a way to sort out the situation in the division. Kambosos fights with Haney for the title of Absolute, and the winner goes to the mandatory defense against Lomachenko. It's not secret that Kambosos is not interested in intermediate fights, only the best of the best. And this is the fight for the title of Absolute. We're negotiating with Daz in parallel. The situation is a bit strange. After all, we are expected to offer Kambosos to do a fight with him on his own territory, but we are ready to do it. And I like the attitude of his team. including the manager and promoter. I know that they are serious. Here is hitting some details. An insider told us about them the other day. The whole truth about the Kambosos Lomachenko, Haney Garcia negotiations. And Devin himself still can't cope with emotions. I'm telling you, Kambosos is crazy. Together with your promoter. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel.